would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that.
Hey guys, good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maxy. If you're a returning viewer, you're welcome back. If you're a new viewer, you're welcome to my channel, and I'm super glad to have you over. If you're a returning viewer though and you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button today, okay? It's super important to me and I'll be so glad if you can subscribe to my channel. So today is another episode of Cook with Maxy. So I used to do this when I was in London. I think I've only done 2 vlogs like this, where I just go grocery shopping, come back home and then cook different things as meal prep, or sometimes I just cook. So this video is going to focus on just cooking, okay? But it's like a vlog. I'll take you along with me to grocery shop. So currently it's 12:36 and I'm about to head out to town. So I'm going to be making okra soup and waakye stew today, or just a big bowl of stew with different proteins. And I'm going to get all the groceries now. Thank God it's not raining. It's been raining all week, but today the sun is out. I'm still going to take a jacket, but I'm going to get all the groceries from an international supermarket. I've made a list already and I have my freezer bags here to put all of my groceries in. We're going to be using the bus, and so I'm going to head out now, and I really hope that you guys enjoy this vlog, and please comment, like and share this video if you enjoyed. Okay, let's go.
Never thought that I would be your girl. Ooh yeah, you're the one I'm thinking of. Come on and take my love. Let's go and we can fly away. We're taking off to the sky. It's you and me tonight. Ooh, baby. You know there was something special. Baby boy, you want my treasure. I know we got it. I know we got it, baby. Got it, baby. Yeah. I knew that it was something special. Baby boy, you want my treasure. I know we got it. I know we got it, baby. Got it, baby.
So it's 2:24 now. We'll take that as 2:15. And I was able to get everything that I need to meal prep. So I'm cooking for myself and Meg, meal prepping okra soup and stew. And the things that we're going to go to London this weekend, but when we get back we have a lot of schoolwork to get done, so we don't want to waste time cooking when we get back. So I'm going to meal prep for both of us. We'll pack them in our freezers, and then when we get back, if we want stew, if we want soup, we'll just grab it out of the fridge. I spent about £100 on the groceries from Mesopotamia, but I'm telling you it's going to be worth it, because if we don't do this, what would happen is that we'll just wake up one day, not be in the mood to cook, and just order out. And ordering every day is like spending, let's say, £20 on food every day, and for 4 days or for 5 days that's £100. So this makes more sense. I'm happy about this. Even though there's going to be a lot of work, it's going to be worth it in the end. Sorry I sound like this. I'm sick. I'm not that sick now. I mean, I'm about to cook now, I mean, but I know you guys can hear it in my voice. I'm much better now, actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have lunch. I made rice yesterday, so I'm going to have that for lunch, and some chicken wings, pepper sauce I'm going to have that for lunch, and then I would just get started at around 3 o'clock. I'm going to show you every single thing we bought before we starting, because I couldn't really show you when I was in the store. It was just so packed, I couldn't really vlog. So I'll show you all the proteins that we got and the other ingredients that we got to make the soup and the stew. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in about 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm done having lunch, guys. I'm just going to take my earrings off because I wouldn't be cooking with those. Okay, I've also changed and I want to start showing you everything that we got. So I did tell you guys I went to Poundland first. I got some bowls and then some, you know what, let me just show you. So I got this pack of 4 bowls. So this is a pack of 4. So they're actually plastic bowls with lids. Okay, I got this for £2.50. I bought this because I know that I would need a lot of bowls to pack the food in. So we'll either put okra or stew in these bowls for myself and Meg. And then I got 2 packs of the regular takeout bowls. They are 1000 milliliters, these ones. So we got 2 packs of these ones. Each pack has 4 bowls and 4 lids. So I got 2 of those as well. So these are the containers we'll be using. I know that it's better to use glass containers, but those are really expensive and I already have a couple. And honestly, if I'm to pack glass containers into my freezer or fridge, everything just wouldn't fit. Okay, so I can't really do that now. This is the best way to pack the food for me now. And I also have those little containers. Actually, I went to Poundland to get those, but they didn't have, so I just opted for these ones. But I'll show you those ones and I'll actually even use some of those ones to pack the food. So yeah, so I also got this spatula. This is what it looks like. So I can't remember the price, but I think when I was leaving London to come to Exeter, I left my spatulas, so I don't really have anything like this that can fetch soup or stews. So I got this one because I would be needing that. And guys, I think I've never spoken about this, but if you ever pass by Poundland, do get their baking paper sheets. Okay, this is what it looks like. We tried too many times. Now the reason why I like Poundland's baking paper sheets is because they've already divided them. There are 20 sheets in this one. Unlike the regular parchment paper that you have to cut yourself, they've already divided these ones and they fit into the baking tray perfectly. So you guys should try and get these ones. If I use it today, I'll show you how it's like, but I really love it, and it's only £1 as well. So those are the kitchen related stuff that I got from Poundland today, and I'll show you the ingredients now. I got some fresh spinach for the okra soup. Wait, let me bring you guys a bit closer. I got some garden eggs for the okra soup, tomatoes for the okra soup. We wouldn't be using a lot of tomatoes for the okra soup because the more tomatoes you use, the less dry the soup is. I got some ginger and garlic. I got a lot of okra. I got some eggs for my fridge. Some hot peppers. I don't know if these are Scotch bonnets, but they are the really spicy ones that look like the peppers in Ghana, but then a little of this goes a long way. They are way hotter than the ones in Ghana. To be honest, I still haven't figured out the difference between habanero and Scotch bonnet, so these are just the spicy ones and they are big as well. I got large onions. Now these onions that they sell are really big. This is the size. I got about 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, so I'm going to use that for everything. Okay, I have onions here, but those ones are much smaller compared to these ones.
I wanna see how breathe.
So I got 2 plantains, but I actually had one for lunch. I had one with my rice and my chicken wing stew. There's just one left. If I have that tomorrow, I would fry 1 more plantain. So yeah, the only things left here are the proteins. I got some cow feet, I got some tripe, I got some mixed cut beef. Okay, those are the 3 proteins that I'm using for the soup and stew. So for the soup, I'm also going to use dry fish, which is in my freezer, so I'll take that out, but we'll put that in at the end. Okay, we have these proteins here. These are the proteins I'm using for both the stew and the soup. So I'll show you when we're cleaning them. So that's aside. My knees are hurting. So over here I have some palm oil. I don't like the palm oil in Exeter. I was telling my friend because it's so old. Like, I feel like people in Exeter don't buy stuff like palm oil and all these African things as much as people buy them in London. Because why I used to buy them in London, right? Like, it's always fresh. It's always fresh. The oil always tastes really good. And I think that's because they buy these things more often there than this place. These ones, I don't know, but we don't really have a choice. Okay, so this is the one that I got. We're going to be using this for our okra soup. I got 4 packs of Indomie. I wouldn't be eating these now, maybe when I get back, but I just like to have these things around. Even though I'm meal prepping, it's not every day that I'll be in the mood to eat that okra soup and the stew. So I have plans to switch things up a bit, sometimes with noodles or pasta, you know. So I got these. We're almost there, guys. Every time I go to the African store here, I like to get malt, so I got 2 bottles of super malt just to have them. You know, I don't plan on drinking them down, but I got some sunflower oil for making our stew. I know I would usually use like avocado oil and olive oil now, but then when I'm making a lot of food, that's just very expensive. Like a 1 liter bottle of olive oil is about £7 now or something like that. It's crazy. I just can't. Like, I'm a student, so we're going to be using sunflower oil. Okay, and I got 3 cans of chopped tomatoes. When I'm making stew, I don't like to use raw tomatoes, like fresh tomatoes, so we're using chopped tomatoes. And I got a big can, or yeah, a big can of tomato paste. We'll be using this for the stew. Megan asked me to get gari for her. I think she plans to eat it with the okra soup. So this is gari for Megan. I already have some. And that's everything we got from going out today grocery shopping. Okay, let's clear this place up, sort out everything, and then we can start doing our mise en place for both the stew and the okra soup. Whew.
Yeah, me no understand why you not here with me. Let me take it over for you, girl. You've been out searching the wrong place. On your mind, only place that I wanna be. You define what true beauty is all the way. So divine, God must took a long time to make you. Yeah, I know that you've been here before. It's different this time.
Okay guys, so for my mise en place, I started with prepping my vegetables. I always like to do this before I start tackling the proteins or washing the proteins, just because I don't want to spread bacteria. So I plucked off all the spinach from their stems, placed them in this bowl. I washed them later, and then I also washed my garden eggs. I put them in that same bowl, prepped my tomatoes, took the amounts that I was going to use, put them in that bowl, And when I finished taking every vegetable out that I was going to use, I started washing each of them.
Turn around when it's all the 9 on me, eh? I know that you've been here before. It's different this time. You have me on your side. Follow me, follow me. I go show you the way. Follow me, follow me. I go show you the way. C'est la vie, no movie. I go show you the way. Follow me, follow me. I go show you the way. Searching, yeah.
So after washing my garden eggs, I actually decided to just cut them right there from the sink into the bowl. Now this is very risky. I did this in my hand. Please don't do this. Find a chopping board and do it on it, okay? Don't follow me. But I did that, packed them nicely into this bowl and set that aside. And I actually washed my spinach with a little bit of salt just to make sure that it was very clean. And I chopped that one later on a chopping board.
Follow me, follow me. I go show you the way. C'est la vie, no movie. I go show you the way. Follow me, follow me. I go show you the way.
So these are the large onions I spoke about. I ended up using 3 and not 4 because these onions are really huge. So I just halved them and cleaned them, took the skin off and washed them nicely and placed them in that large bowl right next to the sink. And when I was chopping up my spinach, after I chopped the spinach, I chopped up my onions as well into different sizes because I needed them for different things. I needed some to start making my okro soup, to start making my stew, and I blended some as well.
Don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how that this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting.
The next things that I prepped are garlic and ginger. Did you know that using a spoon to peel your ginger makes it way easier than using a knife? If you didn't know that, well, I'm telling you now. So I did that. When that was done, I washed them, put them in the same bowl that the onions were in. And then I started chopping everything up. I started with the spinach, then I worked my way through all the other ingredients.
Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how that this sweet talk. I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. We've been dancing all night long, right here with you way too long. Don't want nothing here or now, but I'm done waiting, down wasting my time. That the sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late.
So I also cut up my tomatoes for the okro soup, but I couldn't show you that because my battery went off or it died. So at this point I was just prepping to cut my okro. I gave them a good wash and then I cut most of it up into chunks and then grated about 1/8 of it, just to make sure that the okro soup is very drawy. You guys would see when I grate it, but this was me washing the okro.
Really play on my weakness, satisfying you while I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you innocent. You wanna take a piece of my heart again. I
Now, I have a very detailed meat okra soup recipe on my channel, and I would leave the link to that video at the end of this vlog. But be sure to watch it if you want a very detailed recipe. And in that video I explain why I grate a little bit of the okra, because it actually helps the soup to be very, very dry. Okay, so this was when I was done cutting what I would cut, and I grated the rest into this cup. What I'm going to do is to mix it up with a little bit of water and use a fork to beat it up.
It hurts like we tried too many times.
After prepping all of my vegetables, cutting them up, chopping them up, it was time to prep all of the proteins. So I set all the vegetables aside on another table, and I started cleaning all of my proteins and dividing them into different pots. Some I used for the stew, some I also used for the okra soup. Okay.
Something in your eyes, the way you stare me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something else me die. You might break my heart tonight, but I'm gonna hold it tight. Oh, it feels like yellow, yellow. It hurts like yellow.
So I forgot to mention, but I also got some smoked turkey from the grocery store for the okra soup, and that was the last protein that I prepped, cleaned and washed, and I put them in that bowl. Here's every single thing that I prepped, from spinach to okra to tomatoes. This is everything, and yeah.
Can I do you like I? You like I? Can I do you like I?
After the mise en place was done, I started blending all the natural ingredients that I needed to cook my meat, okay, or my proteins. So onion, garlic, ginger in the blender cup, and then I blended that with the help of some water. And all the proteins for the okra are in the pot on the hob right now that you guys can see right next to the blender. So I put about half of this blended mix into that pot, and I shared the rest of the blended mix between the proteins for the stew and then a bit for the cow feet. Now I always cook my cow feet in a different pot, and I'll be using a single hob or a hot plate to do that, because 2 pots can't actually fit on this hob. Okay, you guys would understand when you see.
Stormy night, oh yeah. They found you on my way yet again. We must be meant for each other, girl, oh yeah. Baby, don't fight it. I was chilling with.
This was me sharing the rest of the blended ingredients between the cow feet pot and then the pots that had the proteins for the stew. So those 2 pots were sitting on my heater. My heater wasn't on by then because there's just not enough space in my kitchen. Okay, so after I, shared the natural ingredients between those 2 pots, I came back to this pot with the proteins for the okra to spice it up. I used some complete seasoning by Badia. I used some shrimp powder, salt, and mixed herbs. Those were the only things that I used. Gave that a good mix and then covered it to cook on medium to low heat for about 8 minutes, and then I came back later to add some water.
Oh yeah. They found you on my way yet again. We must be meant for each other.
I was running out of complete seasoning by Badia, so I took some from under my bed, which is where I store all my other spices, and then I filled the jar up.
Baby, won't you come home right now? Yeah. Need to know that you okay. With everything I gave up for you. Did it for love. No escaping. Heart is taken. I've been waiting. I've been patient. Thought you've been down. Heard you.
So this was me just setting up my hot plate, and I actually cooked the cow feet on this hot plate. The cow feet took about an hour and a few minutes to cook because I like it to be very, very soft, and I actually used cow feet for both the stew and the soup.
Stormy night, oh yeah. They found you on my way yet again. We must be meant for each other, girl, oh yeah. Baby, don't fight it.
after that, I went ahead to spice the cow feet. I used the exact same spices that I used to spice the proteins for the okra soup for the cow feet as well. The only thing I did differently was to add a lot of water after I added the spices, because cow feet needs a lot of water to soften up. So I added the water as soon as I added in the spices, and I just cranked up the heat and then just let that cook.
Baby girl, I'm liking the way that you do your thing, the way you package up on me. Baby girl, you that do me something. No, look into my eyes, you can see that I can give you everything you need. The African girl, you give me feels, got me high like a ceiling. Oh, slow down, make her feel a tempo. If you no answer, no go let go, cause it's love, I they feeling, no they end, oh.
So I came back to the pot with the proteins for the okra soup, and at this point I added in some water like I said I was going to, and covered it up and increased the heat and just let that cook for a while. I actually had a little bit of natural ingredients left, natural blended ingredients left from, you know, seasoning all the meat, but I used that later. I was just waiting for everything to cook and I was so tired. My knees were hurting, my legs were really hurting. I made some cookies the day before, so I just had one of that, and I was watching one of the YouTubers that I watch, Maxy. Yeah.
Same time we come on, me and you at the same time. I never want to leave no more. To dance with me more. I pull up on your beach more. It's time to swim more. Baby girl, make you know the lie. Make you tell friends, say to feel the sky. Don't even waste time. It's not me, you go follow till the day we die. I mean why?
Some minutes after my proteins for the okra soup were done, they were soft enough, so I took them out of the pot that I was going to use for the okra soup, and then poured the stock over as well into the bowl that I transferred the proteins in. I also topped off the cow foods or the cow feet pot with some more water, because one thing about cow feet is that when you're cooking it, you know, the water would be reducing and you would always have to top it off just to make sure that it softens very well. Okay, so after that I also started making a stew base for my okra soup. Yes, I always make a stew base, and then I make my okra very runny, and that's what makes it soup. Okay, so I put some of the palm oil into the pan, and then I fried up some onions. So I divided these onions into two. I used half for my stew and half I used for the okra stew base. Okay, fry that up, and then I added in some momone. This is also known as fermented fish. Okay, it has so much flavor. I use it every time I'm making any type of stew with palm oil. I put some of that in and fried that in, and then I also cracked in some green peppers just for more flavor. This is optional, but I did that, fried that in for a while, and then I proceeded to add in a blended mix of ginger, garlic, onions, and the seeds of the tomatoes that I used for the okra stew. The seeds of the tomatoes I used, I'm saying that again, okay? I blended that with the seeds of the tomatoes and then some scotch bonnet peppers as well. That's the mix. Pour that in and then gave it a nice mix, and then I just let that cook on medium to low heat. After the blended natural ingredients had fried up in the oil for a while, I added in my sliced tomatoes. So I only used 2 tomatoes, and like I said, I blended the seeds with the natural ingredients. So I added in the tomatoes, gave that a good mix, and I let that cook for a while too. Now you don't want to use a lot of tomatoes. While that was cooking, I blended up all the other natural ingredients left for my stew. This was the rest of the onions, garlic, ginger, scotch bonnet peppers. I just blended that up with a little bit of water and then transferred the blended mixture into this large bowl and set that aside for the stew. And when I was done, I just put the blender away and washed the blender cup.
Breaking up and then get back together. You're the trigger to my gun. Like everything that's bad in life, it's
come to an end. We're letting go, drifting apart. There's no use trying to pretend. And I know that it's over. Got the look on your face. It's a hard you is made, but the worst is the pain when you're breathing out my name. Gloria, please, don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. Gloria, please. Oh, Gloria, please, don't cry for me. Why do everything that's good in life always come to an end? We letting go, drifting apart. There's no use trying to pretend. I know that it's over. Got a look on your face. But the worst is the pain when you pronounce my name. And you say, Gloria, please, don't cry for me. Oh, Gloria, please, don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. Oh, yeah. I would try not, yeah, to cry. Gloria, Gloria, please, when you pronounce my name. Oh, Gloria, please, don't cry for me. Yeah.
So after that mini cleaning that I did, I went back to the stew base for the okra and I spiced the stew up with all the spices that I use for the protein. Okay, so Badia complete seasoning, mixed herbs, shrimp powder, and salt. Now, if you don't have shrimp powder or if you don't use shrimp powder, just use stock cubes. Whatever brand of stock cubes it is that you use, just use that. I don't use stock cubes, I use shrimp powder. So I use that. And another thing that I want to say, make sure that you add in all your seasonings, and at this point and make sure that it's really good before you add in the okra to the stew, because once you add in the okra, you don't want to add in any more salt, because that is going to reduce how drawy the soup is going to be, or the okra is going to be. Okay, and also have it in mind that you're going to add in the stock from the meat to this pot. Actually, I think I did that already. Okay, so it's always good to do that first and then taste it, just so you know how much more of salt and the other spices that you need to add.
There's ways to go, ways to leave. Been thinking about them all. 'Cause life's too hard, life's too mean. But I can't just jump and fall, no matter how much pain I'm in.
After a couple more minutes, I added in my smoked turkey to the stew, okra stew base. I didn't add it at the start when I was cooking all of the proteins because I didn't want it to get too mushy. Okay, so this was a perfect time for me to add them in and cover the pot and give them a few more minutes.
Life must go on. What won't kill me will make me stronger. When I'm falling down.
At this point, when I opened the pot again, I added in all of the proteins that were going to go into the okra okra soup, sorry. So all the proteins that I cooked in that pot before I added them in, and I also added in half of the cow feet that I cooked because the other half was meant for the stew I was going to make after. I took the cow feet left in this pot that was meant for the stew and transferred it into another bowl so I could use this to start cooking my okra and my garden eggs for the soup. So I washed this pot very well and then put in a little bit of water, and that started boiling, and then I added in my chopped okra and my grated okra, and then my garden eggs, and then I also actually added the spinach. In my okra soup video, I put the spinach directly into the stew. You could do it any way, but I just did it this way this time.
Would you stay till the morning light? Or would you follow me? Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you.
So I used a little bit of baking soda to help the okra draw. Okay, now some people use onions. I've tried using onions. I just wanted to use baking soda today. I did that and I gave it some time to cook. After I added in the spinach, I mixed that a bit. And then I just transferred it into the pot of stew and then mixed that up, let that cook on medium to low heat for about 8 minutes, and it was done.
We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Yeah. Maybe I'm just too weak. Maybe I'm just afraid of being alone. Well, I don't care, cause right now I feel the love that we said we would bring. Oh, I know that you feel it too. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me. Just stay.
After mixing the soup, when I put the okra in, I just covered it and let it cook for a while so the oil could settle at the top and all that. And I decided to wash the bowls that I was going to put the okra soup in. So these are the new bowls that I got. I washed them up and then I just packed the soup into them once it was done. Now the thing is that I wasn't able to really film the stew bit because my memory card got so full and I couldn't delete anything off because I needed every single clip to get this vlog together. Okay, so I'm sorry that I didn't film the whole thing, but yeah.
Or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find the remedy. Or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Yeah. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Till the morning light. Yeah. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that you miss me.
Lonely.
So Meg and I got 4 bowls each of okra and I was so happy about that. So after I packed them into these bowls, I had to use the regular bowls as well, regular plastic bowls. I just put them on my window side so they could cool down quickly. I wanted them to cool completely before covering them, and that's exactly what I did.
Ganas. Me dice que está libre en mi pedazo de su cama.
Oh guys, and I just remember that I didn't show you the dry fish part, so I just seasoned that with some roughly chopped onions, a little bit of salt, shrimp powder, and I put water in that pot and just used my single hop, which I'm cleaning right now, to cook it for about 10 minutes. When it softened up, I just put it in the okra soup. That was literally it, okay? Megan loves dry fish, so I gave her a lot of that. That was me cleaning up my single hop or my hot plates. one reason why I love this particular one so much is because once you're done cooking and you turn it off, it takes less than 5 minutes for it to cool down completely. I promise you guys. And I just packed that away and cleaned up that area.
Cuando de repente le dan ganas, me dice que está libre en mi pedazo de su cama. Se te notan las intenciones, conmigo pa' que razones. Es que las tienes tan claras como ese citru. Te como enterita como Bubalú. Las malas intenciones, conmigo pa' que razones. Es que las tienes tan claras como ese citru.
After that, I just did all the dishes that I had in my sink area, and while I was doing the dishes, the proteins for the stew I was about to make was cooking.
Pero no estás cansada, eso es lo que me espera. Y que conste más, que me dice dale, dale, pues yo le doy más. Para perder los modales en las sábanas, fusionamos tú y yo como playa y mar, yeah. Y que conste más, que me dice dale.
After a couple of minutes, the proteins were done cooking. They were soft enough. I saved the stock and I also took all of the proteins out of the pot into a bowl. I added in some oil to the pot and then fried only the beef. Okay, I didn't fry any other protein. I fried only the beef until they turned golden brown, and I also transferred those ones back into a bowl. So after that, in the same oil, in the same pot, I put in the rest of my sliced onions, fried that for a while, added some green peppers for extra flavor. You guys know that I do that all the time. And I added in some dried bay leaves and then gave that a good mix, and then fried my tomato paste. When you're making stew, you need to make sure that you fry your tomato paste very, very, very well. Okay, I did that for not less than 10 minutes.
Time to pull the drop tops out. Summer nights, it's a vibe, yeah. We've been keeping it in.
Okay, so after the tomato paste, I went in with that my blended natural ingredient mix that you guys saw me make, but I couldn't record all of that, and I explained to you guys why. I seasoned everything, added in all the proteins, and then gave the stew enough time to fry and cook very well. The stew was ready. I packed them into these bowls, and that was it. I just washed the rest of the dishes. And that's the end of this vlog, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching till the very end. I'll catch you guys in my next vlog. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and share. I love you guys. Bye.